Good morning, good morning. Day 2 of the Fivers challenge. It's 5 to 7. I didn't take any trades at the 6 a.m. candle this morning for the 4-hour 5-minute strategy. I just didn't see anything that I like the look of, so I decided to get away from the charts, go to the gym. Gonna do a pull day, so get this workout done, then I'm gonna go home, walk the dog, and then I'll be trading from about 9 a.m. I'd say. So then at that point we'll go down to the hourly 5 minutes, see if there's anything lining up. If there isn't, we will go back to the 4-hour chart for the 10 o'clock candle. If nothing sets up there, then we go back down to the hourly until 2 p.m. where we go back to the 4-hour. It'll make sense when I do it. Well, hopefully. So for now, let's get in the gym and get this pull session done. Okay, quick update. It is 20 past 9. I did take a trade at 9 a.m. So this is the trade here. It is a buy position on USD JPY. Reason for this is you can see the previous hourly candle has closed bullish. It's not the nicest body close in the world. We like it a little bit bigger than this, but at the same time, price has come down to this area and you can see there's been a huge wick rejection at 7 till 8. Another wick rejection from the 8 till 9 candle. So we were just looking for a continuation back up. And then from a 5-minute perspective, it isn't the cleanest entry. You can see quite a few wick rejections. However, like I've said, I really want to just get involved in the markets and take trades, even if they turn out to be losing trades. Previously, I would have let fear of all these levels keep me out of the trade. Now, even if this is a loser, I am quite happy with this trade. From an hourly perspective particularly, not so much on the 5-minute, but all we were looking for is price to break this high, which it has done now. So we're just looking for a continuation up. I have got an alert set at 1 to 1. So if we get to this level, you see previously price has pushed into this level and rejected. That's also our 1 to 1 level. So if we get to here, I will be moving the stop loss to break even. But no idea what's going to happen. Let's just keep our eye on this trade. Okay, quick update. It is 12:09. It has been a horrible morning, to be honest with you. So we've taken 3 trades and they've all lost. So let's have a look at the first trade. The first one was this morning. It was a buy on USD JPY. So we did show that trade this morning. Basically what we were looking at is the hourly candle, which did close bullish. It didn't close as bullish as we would have liked, but I think because of the bounce at this level, I was just hoping that price will continue upwards. Going forward, I'll probably look for a bit more of a body on the previous candle. As well as that, there is a lot of wick rejections here. However, like I've said, the whole point of this account is just to take some trades regardless of what happens. So this is what happened with that trade. It pushed initially into a tiny bit of profit, and once we broke above this area, I thought we would actually continue upwards. This was a really strong bullish candle, but unfortunately we didn't. We came down and we lost 0.5% on that one. We then got into 2 positions at the same time, so GU and AUD USD. Now the GU trade looked really good from an hourly perspective. So you can see we pushed into this area here and we rejected with a bearish candle, and then we had this huge bearish candle after it on the hourly chart. So after that, I thought we were going to continue down to at least this level. And then again, from a 5-minute perspective, this looked really good. So we took the trade at 10 a.m. and you can see we are making lower lows, lower highs. We then broke our low. And at that point, I did think that was a winning trade. I was really happy with the setup on that one. But then price seemed to just lose a bit of volume, move sideways, and there has just been some high impact news on the British pound, which ultimately stopped us out. Now, I'm not sure if maybe the hour or so before there's some high impact news, the market tends to slow while people anticipate the big move that's coming up with the news. But to be honest with you, I don't really care about any of that. I just want to take some trades. So I was really happy with the setup on this one. Nice bearish close. It's just a losing trade. It is what it is. I think even without the news, price just went a bit sideways. So, and then AUD USD. Now, one thing I need to consider is if I'm already basically buying the US dollar because I'm selling AUD USD and GU, I'm banking that there's some strength in the US dollar. Now, if I get into two trades that are going the same way, if the US dollar doesn't show any strength, then potentially we're going to get stopped out at both trades. So I think going forward, it's something to consider that we don't always take trades in the same direction. So if we're already in a sell on AUD USD, we don't go into a sell on Euro USD because we're banking that the US dollar is strong. And if something does happen to the US dollar, then we lose two trades as opposed to one. But again, I don't really want to look too much into that. All I'm looking at is the higher time frame and then lower for our entries. Now this trade again looked like a really nice trade. So you can see the hourly chart AUD USD here. Multiple wick rejections previously. So on Tuesday the 5th, price pushed into this area and then just fell off. And then price pushed back up into this area. And then as soon as we had this bearish candle at 9 a.m, I thought there's a really great opportunity for a sell. So much so that I was actually going for a 1 to 3 on this trade. Because of how it looks on the hourly chart, it's really likely to go down. Well, nothing's likely, but it just makes sense that it'll go down. However, the thing is with Forex trading, it never makes sense. You know, you see something that just looks so obvious that it looks like it should go one way. And then it just does the complete opposite, and that's just the way it is. But basically, once the 10 a.m. candle opened on the 5-minute chart here, we looked for a break of this low, which we got. I was looking for a 1 to 3. I would have moved my stop loss to break even at 1 to 1. But ultimately, because of how the hourly chart looked, I really thought we were going to come back down. But we didn't. It is what it is. I mean, the news didn't have that much of an impact. Obviously, this is AUD USD, but it was red folder news on Great British Pound. Now, red folder news on the pound and US dollar can sometimes move all markets, particularly on the US dollar. That's, the chances it's just going to move everything. Not so much with the Great British Pound, but again, I don't think this was news inflicted. Ultimately, we broke the low, came down here to make a double bottom, and then just continued upwards. I'm really happy with both of those trades. Not so much USD JPY this morning, but AUD USD and GU, really happy with them. So it just is what it is. So we've lost $77 today so far. But including yesterday, we've only lost $5 because obviously we had a good day yesterday. So our account is $7 away from break even, so it's really not the end of the world. I will be trading again this afternoon. I don't want to overtrade the account, but like I've said, the whole point of this account is to get involved in the market, take some trades. Doesn't matter what happens. Let's just see what we can do. So potentially this afternoon I might take some more trades, but again, it is quite a lot of news this afternoon. It's the market's just going a bit crazy at the minute, which yesterday we managed to take advantage of, but today so far, it's not been the same. But yeah, it's all good. Let me see what goes on for the rest of the day, and then I'll catch back up with you. Okay, another update. It is 1:35 p.m. In a couple more positions here. It does kind of feel like today every position I'm taking is going in the opposite direction. The only trade that's sort of doing well at the minute is this gold trade here. So we are going to go for a 1 to 3 on this one because we kind of need it to try and get some of this drawdown back. But you can just see how much volume's in the markets at the minute. Obviously, there was the election on yesterday, and that just seems to be moving everything like crazy. There is quite a lot of high impact news as well today. But like I've said, let's just trade. Let's just not bother about the news. But because I'm saying that, I can't moan if we do get wicked out. And then price continues into our direction. It just is what it is. Now with these two, we have moved our stop loss to break even on gold, so it is now a risk-free trade, which is all good. So hopefully it will continue up here. And then USD JPY is now pushing into our direction. I've got an alert set here. If we get to this point, we will be moving our stop loss to break even on that one, and that'll be another risk-free trade. But I'll show you the reasoning behind each trade. This is how the previous candle closed on USD JPY. So nice bearish close. There is a wick rejection here, but I was happy with the way it looked from an hourly perspective. So then on the 5-minute, we were just waiting for this low to be broken, which it pretty much did immediately at 1 o'clock. So price came up a tiny bit, then just flipped instantly. Our stop loss is really quite tight. It's an 18 pip stop loss, which is quite big for UJ. However, we haven't got the best low to be working with. But either way, I just think because of the volume and because of the previous hourly close, we were happy with this trade. This is the trade on gold. I mean, from an hourly perspective, it looks really good. So you can see price is broken above this area of rejection. We have had a nice bullish close on the hourly. The only thing is, from a 5-minute perspective, we didn't get the cleanest entry, so we didn't get a nice low to work with, really. So I just chose this candle here. But either way, again, I think the momentum in the markets, the volume, and just the way things are moving at the minute, I am quite happy with this one overall. Like I say, this is now a risk-free trade. We are going for a 1 to 3 target, because from an hourly perspective, we've now broken above this level, and there's nothing really to worry about in terms of recent price action until here, which is miles away from our 1 to 3. So again, it makes sense, but trading never really makes sense. So we'll just see how we get on with these trades. Okay, another update. It is 8:05. It's been a crazy day, to be honest with you. Obviously this morning we didn't have the best results, took us a couple of losses, and then this afternoon has been much better. So our first trade on USD JPY, obviously I have gone over these already, but it was a loss, even though I was expecting price to continue upwards. It didn't, so we took a loss there. But then later in the afternoon, again, USD JPY broke this position here and continued down. We got our 1 to 2 on that one. Took a sell position on AUD USD. Unfortunately, price went against us and we took a loss. Didn't take anything on Euro USD today. Nothing on GJ. On GU, we took 2 positions. First one was a loss, went over that this morning. And then we took another position. I don't think I showed you guys this one, but at the 2 p.m. candle, we were expecting price to continue upwards. You can see, even though this is quite a bullish candle, and sometimes price can just push a little bit too much, I was quite happy with the way things were going. So once the 1 till 2 candle closed bullish, I took a buy position, expecting price to continue upwards, which it did. So with this one, we were going for a 1 to 2. So we moved our stop loss to break even once we got a 1 to 1. And once we got our 1 to 1, price came down and stopped us out at break even. Took a buy position on gold, which I went over before. Now with this one, we did get a 2.5. The reason I closed this here is price seemed to stall a little bit around this area. Now I suppose that's something I need to work on, in terms of there was a little bit of fear that price was going to come against me. Even though it was a risk-free trade, I should have just stuck it out. But I didn't for some reason. I closed it once we started hesitating around this area. Where these wick rejections were, on the third one, price pushed down. I thought at this point, I'm probably just going to close. So I closed at this point. So we got a 2.5 out of that one. But then you can see price did continue up. I mean, would have got our 3R. So going forward, I'll try not to do that. But like I say, the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm trading this account, is to learn. There's no better way to learn than just jumping in, getting involved in trades. Even if you blow the account, like I said, this was $40. It's worth every penny. And that is it for the day. So we have actually only made $30. However, considering that we lost 3 trades, we only won 2, and then we had a break-even trade, it shows the importance of a positive risk to reward ratio. So obviously we got a 2.5 on gold, then we got a 2R on USD JPY, and it just shows how important it is to always have a positive risk to reward, which everyone already knows. But so this is what the account is looking like. You see our profit target, we've made $100 so far. We've taken 9 trades, 4 of them have won, and it says that 5 of them have lost, but I'd really consider 2 of them being break even and only 3 of them losing. And I know we technically did lose money, so that's why it says lost. But what I mean is, it was break even, but obviously with the spreads and stuff like that, we'd end up losing a little bit of money, obviously like 10 cents or something like that. So they are considered losing trades, which I think is a little bit harsh considering they were technically break even. But either way, it's all good. We're taking 3 long trades and 6 shorts. Our gross profit is 182, but then our gross loss is 81, which means our net profit is 174 cents. Our win rate is at 44.44%. So even though we lose more than we win, like I said, risk to reward is everything. Best profit 57. I think that was on the gold trade. Biggest loss 27. And these are all the trades that we've taken here. So we have traded on every pair that we are trading so far on the account. See the equity growth here. So yesterday we got up to $74. Then the worst point was this morning at 26 minutes past 10. We were actually in drawdown on the account at that point. But you see since then we have pushed on. So good day. Just shows that all it takes is a couple of good trades and you get out of some of the bad ones. Even if you take multiple losses, you know, you get a good 2.5 or even 2R. Things can change into your direction pretty quickly. Not sure if I'm going to trade tomorrow. I don't always trade Fridays, just because of the news, volatility. It is the first Friday of the month, as well as that with all the election and that sort of stuff. Not sure what's going to happen, so I'm not sure if you just want to go into the weekend being positive on the account, or like I've said with this account, it's a bit more of a risk sort of taking account, so I want to get involved a little bit more. So potentially I might trade tomorrow. We'll see. I might just start trading again on Monday. But either way, good day overall. Happy with the results that we've had. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.